I used to sit in my room and smoke weed, play video games, eat junk food, and tell myself that I was depressed. But when I discovered the harsh reality that depression is nothing more than a signal from your brain to your body begging you to take action, I stopped making excuses and I began the process of completely transforming my life, which took me 3 years to do. But if you listen to everything that I say in this video and apply it, it will take you only 3 to 6 months. I promise you.
And here we go.
So the first step is you have to own it, because if you can just do that, I have so much more respect for you, because when you're able to look at everything you've been through, the circumstances you were born into, and all the bad decisions that you've made that have led you to this point, and you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I was wrong. I know that I'm slacking in these areas and I need to improve. That's how I know that you're going to be a winner. But to the people in the comments who are clearly just making excuses like I used to, and they want to type out their whole sad story about why their depression is validated and why they can't do this and they can't do that, I can tell you from firsthand experience that no one has empathy for you. Now, granted, I'm still going to try to respond to those people with love and help them out to the best of my ability, because that's just who I am. But if every single piece of advice that I try and give you, you just immediately shoot it down with some bullshit excuse, or you comment something that I literally covered in that video, but you didn't have the decency to watch it all the way through, I'm just not going to respond to you, because I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself. But as a man, shame is the greatest motivator that we have. We live in such a soft world now where no one wants to hurt anyone's feelings. Everyone gets a 14th place participation trophy. But the harsh reality of the world is that there has never been a time in my life when someone motivated me by giving me a nice little pat on the back and telling me everything was going to be all right, and it actually stuck with me. The only times where I decided I was actually going to make a change was when I looked myself in the mirror and called myself out on all of my bullshit. Or I had someone else to do it for me because I was too much of a pussy to do it myself. And those were the only times where I actually had a lifestyle shift into a completely new way of thinking, and it actually stuck with me. Because everybody's got a sad story, bro, and the reality is no one cares. Just work harder. And this is coming from a guy who, I've been through the pain. I've witnessed shit that a kid never should have to. But my issue was that I would just continuously fill this void from my past self with drugs and alcohol and all this just meaningless and mindless things from the time that I was 15, 16, 17 years old, doing all of these adult experiences at such a young age. And do I regret doing those things? Absolutely not, because they made me into who I am today. But if just one person watching this, if I can steer them, if they are on that path right now, if I can steer them onto a better path and be like, bro, just listen to me. Do not go down this path, no matter how enticing it may look. It's all vanity. If I can just do that to one of you watching this, that's what I'm going to do. Because this shit gets me out of bed every single day at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. So I will sit here as someone who has almost overdosed on drugs and contemplated suicide multiple times in his life, that depression is not real. Depression is nothing more than a temporary feeling based on changeable circumstances that you have full control over, because they have been brought onto you by yourself from a lack of action. And yes, you can go through depressive seasons of your life when a loved one dies or something like that, but you can choose to take this one life that we have all been given and dig yourself deeper into the hole that you've already dug for yourself and have a pity party down there at rock bottom for the rest of your life. Or you can make the decision that you will no longer feel like this anymore and take the action that is required to change your current circumstances for the better from this point forward. I genuinely feel this shit deep in my soul because I've been there. I know what it's like to have all this darkness and all this emptiness inside of you. I'm literally getting goosebumps right now, where it's like, what are all these negative voices in my head? Why are they saying all these negative things about me? Like, what happened to me? Where did it all go wrong? I have been there, and I'm telling you right now from firsthand experience to snap the fuck out of it. You cannot sit here right now and be like, I don't deserve this. I deserve a better life than this. I deserve sympathy. You don't deserve shit. You have to fucking earn it. You have to earn your joy. You have to earn your fulfillment. You have to earn your own peace of mind. Because do you know how selfish it is? Do you know how spoiled that I feel looking back at the younger version of myself who would always say all these negative things about himself, but yet I wasn't doing anything to change it and get better. And the ones of you getting mad right now, and you're probably in the comments as we speak, halfway through typing out your whole sad story about why your depression is validated and why I'm wrong, I genuinely feel for you, bro, but it's all bullshit. If you have been blessed with the ability to open your eyes this morning and you have been gifted the opportunity to take time out of your day to watch a video on YouTube like this, you can get better, but you have to want it. You have to want to put in the effort that is required to get better and to feel better and to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. You cannot want it to be given to you because anyone can want things. You can want a Lambo. You can want a six pack. If you could snap your fingers and have it instantly, you would do it 100 times out of 100. But do you want it so bad that you could barely sleep at night? Do you want it so bad that anything outside of the realm of progressing towards that thing literally makes you sick to your stomach? Because that's how I am. I want this shit so incredibly bad. I sleep 3 to 5 hours a night, and I'm someone who was raised my whole fucking life saying that I had to have 8 hours of sleep. I need to give myself comfort sometimes. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take days off. Everything is okay in moderation because you need balance in your life. But where I'm going, there is no fucking balance. And I understand there's very few people that are going to be able to relate to this level of dedication to something, but the ones of you out there that need to hear this will get this message. And I'm telling you that there needs to be one part of your life at least that you are giving 110% effort to it, or else you are going to stay a fat, depressed, broke degenerate just like I was from the ages of 15 to 22. And on the miracle chance that you have the opportunity to get kids, if you do not make a change right now, those characteristics are going to bleed into your children as well. And it's going to create an endless cycle of mediocrity with your last name attached to the end of it. So, whatever you are going through right now, understand that the depth of your struggle determines the height of your success. If you feel like God didn't give you as good of a hand as everyone else around you, it's because He saw the potential in you. God gives His toughest battles to His strongest soldiers. And He gave you the hand that He gave you so that you can tell a greater story than everyone else will be able to once you make it. And the fact that you aren't there yet should be an endless amount of motivation to do something about it from this point forward. You don't need to be scrolling YouTube 24/7, even if you're watching some of my videos. It's like that one David Goggins quote where he says, I would rather you hate me and get better than like me and stay the same. I would rather you never watch another one of my videos ever again and take action on the lessons from them and get better as a result of it than give me endless amounts of views and endless amounts of watch time, but never take any of my words to heart and never implement any of it. I appreciate the support, don't get me wrong, but there are very few creators out there that you guys watch that can genuinely say that they want to see you make progress more than they want you to watch their videos. And I can proudly say that I am one of those creators because I genuinely care. And I want to see every single one of you guys level up faster than I did. I genuinely want to see you guys break out of this mentality that I can't get out of bed in the morning because I'm depressed. I can't do this because I have anxiety. I can't do that because you don't know what I've been through. Brother, so many people have it worse than you, but yet you're still allowing your brain to convince you that all of your excuses are valid. And you're eating up every single one of them like your favorite candy. You can't get enough of them and you love them because it gives you an scapegoat to why you can just sit there and consume all day long instead of making something out of yourself. The reason you're depressed is because you have nothing to do. Depression didn't exist 200 years ago because they weren't worried about mental health and optimization. They were optimizing for finding enough food and finding shelter for the night so that they could survive another day. But today, if you want to sit in your room, scroll TikTok, eat Sour Patch Kids, watch porn, and play Fortnite all day, you can do that. But then 16 hours go by and you look at the mirror at night and you're like, why do I feel empty on the inside? Because you haven't done anything to contribute to society. Every single one of us are highly intelligent and highly talented individuals that are made to provide and to create and to give value to others. But you are deconstructing yourself from the inside out, and you are failing to carry out this duty that you have been put on this planet to fulfill. And the last thing that I'll say that ties this all in together is that whatever you feed your mind will eventually become your reality. And if you're constantly telling yourself that I'm depressed, I'm not lucky, I can't do this, I can't do that, your subconscious is eventually going to believe it because your brain values your opinion more than anyone else's. And if you're constantly telling yourself that you ain't shit, that is why your life is shit. Because as a man thinketh, so is he. Your thoughts create your reality. That's why when you obsess about something and it's all you think about, your mind just starts naturally looking for all the signs and all the things that align with those thoughts because your thoughts determine your actions and your actions determine the result. Everything in your life stems from your mindset. That's why the four pillars of the 1% man is mindset, habits, training, and nutrition. Because once you have the mindset dialed in, the other three just take care of themselves and nothing will be able to take you off track from achieving your goals. That's why I wake up at 4:30 in the morning every single day to do it all over again and to prove to myself again and again and again that I will not lose and I will continuously improve no matter what happens externally in my life. I don't care if I got 8 hours of sleep or 2 hours of sleep. I don't care if I made $10,000 that day or I made $0 that day. When my head hits the pillow, I get to reset with a completely blank slate. And thank God for that because that gives us as men an endless amount of drive and ambition to pursue our goals. And if you didn't do shit yesterday, guess what? Your head still gets to hit the pillow at night and the clock will reset because tomorrow is a new day to prove to yourself that you can do it. All of your past traumas, all of your past failures, and all the shit that you've been through that has led you to this point, it all goes away. Start every single day on a fresh new slate and tell yourself over and over and over again that the depression that you are feeling is brought onto you by yourself from a lack of action. I love you, boys. And as always, remember success is not the best revenge, it is the only revenge.